What is up, everybody? Welcome back to episode 77, double sevens. We out here, and we kind of took a little hiatus, like, unintentionally, just because of our, like, schedules, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So our last podcast was realistically...
But this Saturday, let's film another one, though, and get back to the Saturdays. Just film a video.
This Saturday, what could we do? We could
just make a video idea, something like that.
I don't know.
Well, we should get back to Saturdays. We could just film. Well, even if we do miss the Saturday, because it is already Thursday.
Well,
but
I was planning on editing and posting this on Saturday.
Wait, we're doing a B&B pod, right? We think.
I don't know when we'll do it. Because we're leaving Sunday and
any
the fights are on Saturday. So what will we talk about?
We talk about, I don't know, man. Fucking hopefully something cool happens. If something cool happens,
I was thinking of doing like a video of like making some food on the fire.
That'd be fire. Oh, dude, yeah, yo.
For Just Geeks. So we'll see. There might be some videos on the second channel. We're going camping next weekend.
All I'm saying is stay up late.
In a log cabin. So
stay up late and do not miss out.
But we gotta get down to business. UFC 304 was that 2 weeks ago now?
It's a long time ago, bro.
When was it? It was like July 27th. It is currently August 8th as we're filming this. It's
a little over 2 weeks.
So
it's about to be 3.
Again, we apologize for the hiatus. We had some odd like scheduling issues. Just time just flies when you live in. So we're gonna go over the main card of UFC 304. Honestly, it was okay. It wasn't anything to write home about. You know what I mean? Like a lot of decisions. Like even like what's his name? Dana White was even like, yo, like hella decisions and shit. And I was like, true. So let's see. In total, there were the early prelims has some stuff going on. It had some knockout, submission, preliminaries. The prelims were all decisions. Like you can't just like who was sitting through that? But what we're here for, the juicy stuff.
The main
card. So Arnold Allen made his comeback against Giga Chikadze. It was 3-round decision. You know what I mean? Nothing crazy.
It was about what we expected.
Yeah. Honestly,
it was a good ass fight.
I don't know if we expected a finish from him, but all in all, those are the kind of fights that we want to see open main cards. The Arnold Allens of the world. His next move, I don't really know if this really does anything for him, like
he's
rankings wise.
Like he got fucked when he lost to Max Holloway. Basically,
you know what I mean? Like he lost to Movsar. Now he just beat this dude. It's like okay, kind of just back where you were in a way.
Just give him Volk. Fuck it. See what happens.
And then RoboCop. We were hyping up RoboCop. We placed some bets on RoboCop. He came through
RoboCop
for the decision. This was honestly like a beatdown.
Yeah, it was.
It was a decision, but it was a beatdown.
Yeah, when I was watching, I was like, let's
4
go.
4 takedowns, 45 significant strikes, 78 total strikes to his 53. So Christian Leroy Duncan, we'll probably eventually just see you again on a random ass card. And
not sure why you're favorited.
But RoboCop, still at it. That was a pretty good fight. And then here we go. This is now we're getting into the meat of the card. Paddy Pimblett submitted King Green, and damn near, like, it happened so quick, bro.
Like, there was some crazy shit going on where people were actually sleeping on Paddy. Respectfully so, ever since the thing with...
he hasn't done too much
ever since the thing with Jared Gordon, right? And then there was the Tony Ferg fight, which obviously was a huge beatdown, but people were like, well, yeah, but Tony was on a 6-fight losing streak, and people did him worse.
They did discredit
Bobby Green himself actually did finish Tony Ferg, so people were like, using MMA math, Paddy might lose this. The odds were fairly even, but I had a feeling Paddy was going to come out and win this, right? I said this. He's the younger, fresher, lightweight.
Yeah.
Bobby Green's an old fighter. Like, what the fuck is Bobby Green's record, man? 32-16, dog. Like, what in the like, dude, Paddy, he's just one of like, what, dude? He's a gatekeeper of the division. I don't even know how.
Double-digit losses.
He almost has 50 professional fights in mixed martial arts. That's insane. But Paddy, I'm going to be honest, I didn't think it was going to be like that. I did not think Paddy was going to go out there and be the first man to submit Bobby. I knew submission was possible, but what did you think? Did you think it was going to be that quick? I was like, shit.
I honestly... I had a feeling like Paddy was gonna win, like obviously but obviously I'm gonna throw a little bit of money on Bobby or on King Green just in case.
Yeah.
But you if you see this matchup, you can just guess Paddy Pimblett's gonna win. But by submission, it's like okay, really. But then you see round 1, and it's like damn. But then this stemmed from King Green going for the takedown.
Yeah, and
it kind of just screwed up.
But
his
you
whole
also
night.
see that he hasn't been submitted in 13 years. So on paper, he shouldn't submit him.
So I think that this was that Paddy Pimblett was supposed to win this. He did.
Bobby Green, huge respect to Bobby Green though. Always respectful, win or lose. He says.
Yeah, he's a legend.
He says, "I live or die by the sword," and he said, "Today I died." But
he's not the most flashiest. He's not the most He's
popular. A legend. He's done his thing, and
but he's one of those. If you know, you know.
Oh.
You know what I mean. I feel like him, Michael Johnson,
Bobby Green,
like those two are just like
Bobby,
like Clay Guida, like those like couple people are like. Just so like the bottom feeders, you could almost call them, not in a bad way either. You know what I mean? Like they'll knock you out if you think you're ready to get into the rankings. And Paddy Pimblett was. So congrats, he's ranked.
I actually saw funny videos like someone breaking down the fight, and even the commentators said this. They were like, Bobby pretty much did everything wrong when you're being put in a triangle. Like literally, not only did he get put in a triangle, he was about to get put in an armbar at the end there, but he was already out.
Yeah. So he was basically already choked out, and they still
Bobby
went
Green,
to
obviously,
the armbar.
What my ass, but I'm just saying it was funny, man, when I saw
he
did everything you shouldn't do when you're in a triangle. And you're right. When he pulled guard, or not pulled guard, when he went for the takedown, and as soon as Paddy pulled guard, I was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that was a sick fight.
That was a good fight. That was a good, midway, mid-card, like, not mid in, like, a bad way, like, middle of the card fight.
Middle, yeah. Isn't it crazy you have to, like, rephrase yourself?
Yeah, like, mid means something different. It doesn't mean middle anymore. Tom Aspinall. I wouldn't say he shocked the world, but he definitely, like, was like, okay. You know what I mean? It's more of like an okay.
Everyone was like, we all knew he was like the shit.
Because he was favorited, obviously.
Ever since he knocked out
his fights barely last.
Poplovich, everyone was like, oh, fuck.
So he got the first round knockout / TKO. There were people that were like early stoppage, but Curtis, you unfortunately, I think you were up.
I missed it.
You were like outside.
I missed it live. I watched it probably
it live
13 times after.
But people were like, it was an early stoppage, but dude, Curtis could not do anything in that position.
It was not an early stoppage. I saw the stoppage. Maybe I don't even know why people would call it an early stoppage. People just want to see people die. Curtis is on
his stomach, right? And Aspinall's on his back, just hitting him in the head.
Yeah, it's like nothing. 240 pounds just laying on you. You're not going to get up. Like, that's not how it works.
So, Curtis Blades.
Although, I honestly think Tom Aspinall lost more fans in this fight. And it sounds dumb, right? First round knockout against Curtis Blades in the rematch the first time. Getting knocked out. But, he fucking fucked up his knee. But I saw, like, a lot of comments now. People are, like, now favoring John Jones and favoring Ciryl Gane against him because they don't like how much Aspinall keep his hands down and does get caught. So they're like, yo, if you face an elite striker that, like, yeah, you've been hit with your hands down, but have you been hit in the right spot with your hands down?
I think that's a matchup I really want to see is Gane versus Aspinall, but I really don't want it to be any interim.
I was going to say, I mean, like, I want this to be. There is nothing. What's called? Aspinall's going to retire, or I mean, John Jones and Stipe are retiring. I'm fully convinced of that.
Yeah, Dana's like, he thinks Jones will fight Aspinall.
Even though I might think this fight's pretty fucking even. If I'm John Jones, don't fight this guy. I don't even see why he would. He's cemented as the GOAT for. It doesn't matter what Tom Aspinall does. He's not the GOAT. He already has, like, what?
He has
3 losses, bro. John Jones never lost, man. So, like.
But his streak right now
is insane.
In the UFC is pretty nuts.
I'm sure it is. No, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. But if I'm John Jones, don't
only
take
had
this
that
fight.
little title emoji.
John Jones probably does think he's going to beat this guy, too. But why risk it? You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck that.
And another thing that I think why this is, like, not in, like, an athletic stance for losing fans. And I don't even know if this lost him any fans, but people are like, Tom Aspinall is being way too much of a company man. He's got to, like, stand his ground and say, okay, this is it. You know what I mean? Like, that my next fight is for the undisputed.
I do agree with that.
You know what I mean?
I do agree with that.
Like, he can't just be get tossed around.
I do agree with that.
This.
I just don't think they should have ever put the first interim. Because then he would never be in this
If this was the real
spot.
interim, it would be like, okay.
But what's cool is he's still making more money for being an interim champ per fight.
Yeah, a little interim champ bonus. You love to see it. And we'll always watch a card with Aspinall on it.
Yeah, no, Aspinall's a good fighter.
He's a great fighter to watch.
Just saying that the MMA community is weird, bro. They switch up quick because now this is like now they're like Aspinall would lose to Jones, but they're always on some shit. It's funny.
So yeah, that was a great fight, even though it only lasted.
Great comeback fight, right? To win the rematch against the guy you broke your leg against.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, he completed the rematch. So, yeah, one of those 3 is that injury. So it's like
he's 13-2. What can you see what his losses were? Surely they were like decision early in his career. It's probably not UFC.
Yeah, let's see if his losses were even in the UFC.
Did he get slapped? Like, has Tom Aspinall been slapped? What has happened?
Okay, he got submitted
in
in 2015.
Damn.
He got disqualified
Wait.
in 2016 for illegal elbows.
So he's like John Jones. So this dude has only been submitted
Then he
once.
lost to Curtis Blades.
Wait, so okay.
So his dude, like,
so
look at his last 1, 2. Okay, he's got, dude. It's like minute, 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute in the second round, 1 minute 45 seconds. Like in the UFC,
so he has one loss by submission.
He only went to the second round once in his whole career.
What round was it in his loss and submission?
Submission loss round 2. Disqualification was round 2. Dude, he hasn't been in a third round ever.
Whoa,
the furthest he's been is to the second round.
This changes my outlook. He has one disqualification, one injury, and only one submission.
And look, if he starts
loss.
racking up these little title emojis next to shit, it's like, it's about to get wicked. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Unfortunately, he'll need like 14 to pass John Jones. Isn't that crazy to say? Like, he would need like 14 title shots in a row to. Like, because
he's
Matt,
31.
could you actually imagine?
So 4 years, if he fights 3 times a year, that's 12.
And heavyweight's longevity
but he
seems
has to win.
stem out a little longer.
He has to win all those
higher weight
classes.
So. But dude, isn't that crazy? Like, Matt, imagine we're in a scenario now. Like, we don't have that, right? We thought we could have had it with Israel Adesanya. We thought we could have had it with Alexander Volkanovski, who's another good champion who's rocking it. Usman. We thought we could have
Pereira's
seen it
too
Usman.
old. I think he's too old to have that kind of streak.
Kamaru Usman, and then what other champions that have been like could have been really dominant?
Habib.
Habib
retired.
My God, man, could have been Habib Nurmagomedov. Matt, so we've been watching the UFC 4 to 5 years now, and we haven't seen a reign that's been over like 5 defenses. Isn't that crazy?
Seen the championship.
Imagine the era of John Jones defending the belt and then getting suspended midway through, getting popped for PEDs, coming back, winning the belt twice, and then defending it even more. Bro, we missed the crazy era of like Anderson Silva, the Mighty Mouse. Dude, I want to see someone defend the belt more than 5 times. It seems like it's a little bit harder now in this day and age.
Islam's
never
at
thought of
2.
Yeah, Islam's at 2 and is on
I think he's at the most at the moment.
I think he's fighting once a year.
Well, Pereira's at...
No, O'Malley's at 2? Or no, O'Malley's at 1.
Pereira's at 2. O'Malley's at 1.
2. Pereira's at 2.
Pereira's at none. Bilal's at none. Pantoja's at
2.
2.
You
know, so... Yeah, that was a great fight. And then the main event. I don't want to say that this was unexpected because, you know, deep down it's like, you know, Bilal Muhammad, 10-win streak. Like, Leon Edwards... Yeah. Don't really see much from him. You know what I mean? I think, and he gets the decision just as he predicted it, which
that was so.
Props to Bilal. He scored 9 takedowns in that fight.
Was so funny. You said that to me. And I didn't
9 takedowns.
I didn't see it till the morning.
Yeah.
After and that shit.
He tweeted like his imaginary winning scenario, and it wasn't like spot on, but it was just funny to look back.
What's funny is it's like underwhelming
strikes
from what he said.
192 to 89 in strikes. Not the 9 takedowns is what really gets me because Leon
Honestly,
Edwards
like
does not
what you
get
saw
taken
here
down,
was
dude.
pretty much like in my eyes. What you saw here was basically like Kamaru Usman versus Leon Edwards 2. The first fight before Leon got the knockout. Or the
first
second,
4 rounds, yeah.
Second fight before Leon got the knockdown. Like Leon won a round maybe in there, but basically got dominated the whole fight. Got out wrestled. Never put it on him. Right, even when the coach in the Usman knockout. When he was like putting him on him, there was not one moment in there where I was like, "Oh, Leon's emptying the guy's tank," because like. I remember the famous commentary line of John Attic and all that. Like, Leon low-key never like poured it out there. Like the coach was hyping it out to be like, and then here's Leon. Oh shit, I got a knockout. So now with the blowout was the same thing. It was like round 5, he needed it.
He turned up in like the last 20 seconds.
Dude,
though.
Coach was
and he made Bilal bleed, but it's like, dude, it's over.
A nasty cut. Yeah, like you said, man. Like
and
it's
I think
like
Bilal still ended up getting like.
Where was the urgency
position.
in round 5? Like you're still like he was still fighting good and clean, but more like, dude, you need to win the round. You need a knockout right now. And like the last 20 seconds, he's like,
I think Bilal still got on top of him.
One of the,
I don't exactly remember, but
fucking bullshit.
I mean, we saw the head slam.
Obviously, I had Leon Edwards because what Leon Edwards did in Kamaru Usman too, and Colby was perfect. He was able to prevent them from even going for takedowns, and when he did, he just stuffed him. And when he got down, he got up quick. Against Bilal, it was almost like that all went out the window. And you know, we were honestly, one of the things where we were comparing Bilal and Colby and Usman's wrestling, and we were like, yo, like Usman and Colby, I feel like are more skilled than this guy. We said, you know, and maybe that's not true. Maybe Bilal's just different. But man, I didn't expect that.
It was impressive.
Leon also had an excuse. He said, dude, it's 5 a.m. Obviously, it was 5 a.m. for Bilal too, but like that could affect everyone differently. And you know,
hey,
what do you think's next for Bilal though? Because you were texting me. What do you think? What do you want? I don't even know. Like, does Bilal have to wait? Like, is Bilal in a position where he's forced to wait because there's no real contender?
Because Shavkat, his last win is Wonder Boy. You should in no world you should get a title shot off Wonder Boy.
Oh.
JDM, Gilbert Burns, it's like
funny.
Okay, you know what I mean? But that's not the Gilbert Burns that that's not number 2, number 3 Gilbert Burns. Yeah. That's Gilbert Burns after losing to Bilal.
Yes.
And then we have Usman, who, lost to Leon twice in a row, went up to middleweight, lost a close fight to Hamzat, but that's not title deserving.
Yeah, no. That's not title deserving at all.
Do you want to know what's, like, looking back on it, it's like, that is crazy how Bilal got disrespected and say that he didn't deserve it based on the welterweight division at this point. 10 wins in a row.
Wait, who?
No, like when it was like when it was like Bilal like doesn't deserve it.
Oh yeah.
Like he deserved it. He won it. So respect to him.
No, Bilal deserved it, and he did it in a sneaky way. Sure, did he face did he not necessarily duck, but did he not face like the top names of the division?
Like,
but you know what he did do?
Usman.
Yeah, exactly. But did he face like the top names of the division? No, but he did what he needed to do. Go on a 10-fight win streak and beat a couple ranked guys. Yeah, you do deserve a title shot.
Yep.
People just want to see like, no, you have to beat the top 3 former champions and then get the fucking. It's like, dude, you want him to go through every single killer and then not even have a chance?
But I really like Bilal's mentality going into his title reign. He said he wants to get through these young guys,
being a savage,
then the old guys. And listen, I'm here for it. But you know how fighting is. This could all just go downhill if he loses to Shavkat, you know what I mean, or loses to Usman in his first defense.
Bilal,
which I don't.
Actually, can we say this?
I want to give him he definitely has a chance. You know,
now that
I'm not saying he doesn't have a chance.
Now that Leon's gone, can we almost agree that there's not going to be? I think the welterweight belt might be like what's it called, popcorning around the division right now. Like I wouldn't be surprised if we see Shavkat as champ or JDM as champ, and all these guys. Like I wouldn't even surprised if Usman get the belt back at this point, or Leon. Man, I feel like no one in this division is really like going to be able to dominate because the Shavkat's problem is his cardio, bro. Like he'd be gassing at the end of these 3-round fights. So now, like, I don't think he's going to be.
He can't make it with Bilal.
He can become champion.
Bilal takes him the distance. Yeah,
dude, Bilal. I mean, can we talk about that size difference compared to his last fight? Bilal was huge, yo. It's that fucking no more USADA, yo. It's that fucking whatever it is. But nah.
But I think realistically, the next fight, I really don't want it to be Shavkat. I just don't.
I'm not necessarily a huge fan.
I honestly think it might have to just be Usman for the fact that Bilal wanted Usman.
Dude, as undeserving as everyone is, I think Usman is the most deserving. I don't know why, but I feel like because like he technically has 2 losses in a row, but the close fight, arguably robbery on people's scorecards, not really mine. Dude. But like Usman, I think he's rightfully so next somehow. I don't know why.
And it's just like the most Bilal shit ever that like there's no true number 1 contender. It's like of course there's not. Of course there's not somebody already up next.
Yeah, right. Well, no, yeah, dude.
Like what the hell?
Oh. And it's good for Bilal, right? Because he's in a situation where he could probably pick.
And, he can talk his talk. He's champ.
Oh, dude, he's been fucking crazy on Twitter.
He's honestly been flaming people like Usman. And
he's been coming at anybody.
He's mostly just been flaming Usman. So I think that has to be the fight to make at this point. Yeah, he's not the number 1 contender, but still. It's Kamaru Usman.
And then honestly, like, is it
Usman's
crazy that I might favor Bilal?
No, I think I might as well.
I think I might favor Bilal. I think
it's not like Usman's he's not. I wouldn't even call Usman a killer.
Here's what I would say: Usman did it. Right, he did his time. Yeah. One of the greatest welterweights of all time. 4 title defenses, I believe. Might have been
5.
5.
Yeah,
2, 10.
Or it might be 4 defenses and 1 to win it.
It's either 5. So it's either way. It's either I was gonna say 3 people max that he defended against.
Well, Colby, Jorge, and
Colby, Jorge.
And he won it from Woodley, so 4.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it's not like Usman has some crazy.
Oh wait, he defended against Burns, bro. So that's
yeah, Burns. My bad.
5 title defenses. So yeah, one of the greatest welterweights of all time. But I feel like, look, we're talking about favoring Bilal here. He's done his time. Is he gonna be able to come out and fight Bilal like how he fought Tyron Woodley getting the belt? I don't know. I'm not sure.
He's not the same.
I'm not sure of that.
But it is nice that that's more of an age. There's not much of an age gap for that fight. So,
Bilal breaks the curse.
Yeah, we forgot to talk about that. He broke the curse.
Fighters 35 years and older, welterweight and below, 3 and like 35. I can't remember the exact number. Posted it a couple days ago.
It's who now? It's Bilal
and Tyron Woodley.
Tyron Woodley twice.
Yeah.
He's someone.
Nah, man, because it's the guys. It's these guys, man, that are getting like breaking these weird stats that aren't even like one of the considered the goats. Like Tyron Woodley. Yeah. When you hear that Tyron Woodley are the only 2, or we're the only 2 in that, you're like, what? You sure, like Tyron Woodley? And now Bilal's name is in there. People are gonna be like, what the? I was honestly shocked, man. See, because that curse is real, man. It's not 3 and 35 for no reason, bro.
So we're gonna have our predictions in the next episode for UFC 305. But over the last couple of days, a TikTok was made basically accusing Alex Pereira of,
the unthinkable.
I guess
we'll just say essay.
Yeah.
Here.
I think like YouTube will actually like ban you.
So
we're
just
like,
gonna
take down
a little bit on the accusation of Alex Pereira. We know you guys have seen it. Basically some female came out on TikTok claiming she met Alex Pereira, and after she met him, it went on further to like staying at a hotel with him, whatever it was, and she claims that he essayed her. She essayed him, or wait, no, he essayed her. So absolutely nothing to joke about. Nothing to this is absolutely like, if true, like Alex Pereira needs to be cut ties from the UFC and everywhere, and I would no longer be a fan. The problem is we're not seeing enough proof. Like, this was a random TikTok, and I don't know if you saw, but the TikTok itself was a very strange way to introduce.
Yeah, it was like a meme.
Yeah, it was like a meme
format.
Like, why was it fire at first? It was
like a Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah, it was like, you think he's an idol.
I remember I saw it that morning. I like bookmarked it. I was like, I gotta talk about this on the podcast.
Yeah, yo, you saw it on TikTok or?
Yeah.
Dude, that's crazy because I sent it to you before.
I saw it like way before everyone posted.
Yeah, I was gonna say I sent it to you before the wave. Then all of a sudden I was like, oh my god! I hopped on Twitter after I sent it to you, and I was like, oh my god, Matt already saw it. And
I honestly sat through like a decent amount of the video. And
I couldn't watch past part one.
One thing I'll say is, to all the people who like immediately didn't believe it, I honestly don't have respect for a lot of the MMA fan base. And you can hate, but I don't see why you would. Because just imagine that was your sister making that video.
Would you believe your sister? Exactly. So it's like
that. That's what I think. Like, if that was my sister, if that was a significant other, if that was, my daughter.
Yeah. So,
what I mean?
It's almost hard to talk about it without like trying to like pick a side.
Like people that are just like, you like people saying like you deserve it and like.
Yeah, bro.
Like, that is just next level of like, you need to figure your life out, man. Like, there's just some bad people in the world.
Or like, I hate when people are like, I also hate this when people come on social media to experience their essay cases. A lot of the times people that just automatically go run and say that's clout farming, that's clout chasing. Like, you're saying this because, or they're like, if this is true, why don't you just go to the police? And the truth is, guys, why people bring it to public is because the police sometimes don't do anything. So much, we hear all these stories about the police not doing anything, right? And the least we could do is get the public eye to know that these monsters are out there. Like, people are like, oh, why didn't you just do this in private? Why wouldn't we want the world to know that Alex Pereira was a predator if this was true? So I don't blame people for going to social media because it does get the eyes on it and it gets people talking about it, right? Well, let's say she did go to the cops and the cops didn't do anything, and now the public knew nothing would have happened. But now that the public knows, we know we have to wait for a response from Pereira now to even believe anything.
I'm just gonna say this. I don't have a side at the moment.
Me either.
But I don't agree with
not picking a line.
Immediately invalidating whatever she's saying.
Yeah.
And also what I think is like obviously not helping her case. She has an OnlyFans, blah blah blah. But I don't know if this happens, but like I'm just guessing. Like I feel like people that do have OnlyFans, like, this is, I don't want to say it's normalized, but this could be happening a lot with like OnlyFans creators. You know what I mean? Because like they're just displayed as that image. Did you see the
text with the translator that she was having?
I kind of just skimmed through it, but
so there is proof that there was, because we knew there was a picture of her in the fan, but obviously
there was a picture of her in the gym.
Anybody can get a picture with Alex Pereira, right? But now she brings out the text and she brings out the picture of her actually sparring
of her friend
with Pereira, and she and the translator is like, yeah, like I showed you a picture to Alex of your friend, and he took off his glasses and said, Shama. Which, all right, so they 100% met up. They 100% did something, right? There was some flirty text in there where the translator's like, what are your plans tonight? And then he changes it to, what are our plans tonight? And so there 100% was contact, and you could see the girl it seemed consensual of her giving back and wanting to meet up. So we just don't know what happened when they actually got together, and we need a statement from Pereira, and we need more proof from her, because like, who knows? She could just be lying, like, like you. Man.
It is like the fact to make like a 10-minute video and another 8-minute, and like pulling that out your ass.
Well, that's also
like crazy.
She also revealed a couple screenshots from her friend, and I wouldn't say they were, because now everything's deleted. I can't find it, but there was. I'm gonna have to dig it up.
Maybe
just
she
to
was
like
forced to delete it in some.
Well, that maybe
behind the scenes manner.
There's always hush money, but I'm not gonna make any theories about it. But fucking, it's just a unfortunate scenario, and it's like the least guy you'd expect,
Yeah.
But there, oh yeah, I was gonna say the text with the friend, she wasn't like to her friend, oh my god, I can't believe this, oh my god, like, you know, something you would imagine someone would say after getting essayed. She goes, I think we got taken advantage of, dead emoji. Now, me personally, if I had just gotten forced against my will to do something, I would not be going to text Matt later and be like, I think we got taken advantage of, a skull emoji. I'd be crying. I would call Matt. The thing I would call Matt and cry, but I would not be texting Matt. So like, I'm not picking a side, but there's just weird things in the story on both ends, right? Because there is the screenshots of the translator, and then there is screenshots of the text that almost joking about
said nothing makes it like a little bit suspect.
Well, because we know they met up, but what happened, right? And Alex Pereira is not even English.
Yeah, and I think just to close things off, one, I really don't have a side. I believe
no, we're not picking sides, man.
This has to go to the higher level of like, you know, justice.
I'm glad we know about it, and if it was false, she needs to be held accountable.
Yeah, and two, what I really want to get across is, yes, like I feel like just in entertainment, sports, like you become connected with like sports athletes and like movie stars.
They're inspirational.
But listen, we don't know them. You know what I mean? Like we don't know Alex Pereira. We just see him in fights. That's it.
Well,
we don't know all these people.
Correct,
like, we're not friends with them.
The guy's not even English, Matt, and we're one of his biggest fans.
That's why the people that like immediately take sides, it's like, I don't want to like say like Alex Pereira's not taking your side if something like this came out. Like just because you're a fan doesn't mean you know them, you're friends with them, and you have to support everything they do. If he seriously did something like this, I don't respect him. You know what I mean? So we're gonna obviously wait for this to get all hashed out.
My thing I'm worried about.
I don't have a side, but I don't respect the people that immediately
go with the girl, go with the female, go with the
disregard everything,
go with the victim, and automatically
the
disapprove
alleged victim. So
regardless of how she coped with it,
we obviously don't. We're just not those type of people to be like all for Alex Pereira. Like I said, we don't know him. We don't know his intentions. We don't know what he's really about. Like. Because, like, the part of the video that, like she said, it's like they almost do this all the time. So, if other people start speaking up, we never know. So, we're going to just leave it at that because that's all we really know at the moment. Anything else that we say is really just guessing.
Pereira got too comfortable being on top, started taking zins.
But I think what we have to learn from this is, these athletes, they're in their own world. We're just viewers. So, next time, you're like, let's say, like, LeBron came out. I feel like LeBron just would never do that, but you never know. You know what I mean? And people would still support LeBron if he did some fucked up shit.
Dude, I'm pretty sure LeBron has accusations against him. Like,
I mean, he has a video of no party like a Diddy party.
Yeah, so. Right.
But
ain't no party like a sketch party. That's
obviously, guys, some serious stuff is in the situation. We are not, obviously super qualified to talk about this, but we will at least speak our opinion. What we believe is wrong.
It's just so annoying because you can't even like talk about it without even trying to pick a side. It's just
you kind of just have to tiptoe around the subject, but we're just gonna leave it at that. Maybe some more information will come out. Bless you. Maybe some more stuff will come out before Saturday. So
hopefully, guys, we'll keep you updated.
Leave it at that.
Pretty sure after the night after fucking Pereira got called out, he was out there sparring with kids and shit.
Yeah, because I did like browse through like Pereira's Instagram, her Instagram.
He was sparring with like
he was in New Jersey in June. She was in New Jersey in June.
No, I mean, the text proved it. They were together. The text with the translator proved it.
We'll see what comes out of this. Like we said, we're not picking sides, but we just want to keep y'all in the loop and, our thoughts on it. So
I also fear that it's going to be swept under the rug, just like John Jones beating his wife and everything. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's no real proof. Let's just sweep it under the rug. And this needs to stop happening, guys. If fighters are truly monsters and bad human beings, they should be held accountable. And I won't be a fan. I'm a fan of John Jones as a fighter. Absolute piece of shit human being. If it's the same with Pereira, it is what it is. But I'm going to need more proof here. We'll see you guys
in episode 78. Yep. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.